Good morning, guys and gals. So today I just want to have a look at the mother base iDroid and just give you a quick guide really in how to use both of them. Now I've spent so long on this game already. I've spent so long and I'm absolutely loving it. It's such a good game. However, all the iDroid mother base and all that kind of stuff does get a little bit confusing. Like, it confused the hell out of me to begin with. So once you reach a certain point in the game, you unlock the mother base and you unlock the iDroid. They're both interlinked, so you use the iDroid to do upgrades and research and all the rest of it at your mother base. Now, a lot of the stuff you can do on your iDroid actually just sat in the helicopter in between missions. So you can actually not worry about having to go all the way back to do something to then come back into the helicopter and all the rest of it, which is really nice. It kind of keeps the game flowing. It doesn't start the game like what happens in some other games, but it just really nice feature, to be honest. So going into your iDroid, what you want to do is, let's skip through all that a second. First off, every day you log in and you're online, you'll be given a reward, so make sure you collect these. These change each and every day. These can range from anything from resource bonuses to mother base coins, so there's loads of different things that you can get. Pick them up because they're only going to benefit you massively if you do. As you can see, like, there's loads of stuff that you can pick up. And the rewards are actually quite rewarding just for logging in. You do get a fair amount of stuff. Like yesterday, I think I got like 15 mother base coins, so it is a lot of stuff you do get. So starting right off at the top in the number 1 tab, you go on to customize in your iDroid. This is where you can change everything that you've unlocked through mother base and put it onto, say, your helicopter, your buddy, your character, all that kind of stuff. So obviously the more stuff you research and you unlock, the more customization things you're going to have. Emblems you get from doing certain tasks as well. So there's loads of different things you can play around with in here. The more you play, the more you unlock. It's that simple with all the customization stuff really. So coming out of all this, that was my avatar. So you do actually make your own avatar to begin with, like right at the start of the game in the first hour, and then obviously it kind of progresses the story a little bit, so you will have chance to do that. But as you can see, my mother base isn't the highest of ranks at the minute, but I do have a good idea of what I'm doing now after playing around with it for so long. So going into development, you get separate tabs for weapons items, body equipment or helicopter. Body equipment is stuff like your horse or whatever you're having with you. So at the minute I've got a D-horse still, and I can get some battle dress, which is bulletproof ceramic plates. They're actually quite cheap, and you can find a lot of stuff that will give you all the coins and everything and resources pretty quickly. Every mission you go on, there seems to be different pots of resources dotted around the map, so wherever you're doing a mission in an area, make sure you have a good look through all the buildings, locations you're meant to be going through and all the rest of it, because there'll be loads of different resources plotted around just for you to pick up. Once you then exfil out of the mission area, these all get sent back to the mother base anyway, so you don't need to worry about keeping them on you or anything like that. So in the helicopter tab, I want to do this tab first because it's a little bit quicker than the weapons and items. So as you can see from here, each upgrade is divided into grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and it progresses further and further. So obviously the higher the grade, the better the upgrade is. However, it's going to cost you a little bit more, and you're going to have to unlock certain things before you can even start looking at upgrading that far. So at the minute, as you can see, I can unlock a reduced dispatch time, which is actually very useful because each time you finish a mission, you then got to ask for a helicopter to come pick you up. This is obviously going to make it a little bit quicker, which is going to be fantastic. However, moving on into the next upgrade, I can't actually do that until my research and development team levels double what it is at the minute. My sport unit level is over double what it is at the minute. I didn't see if I've got the resources. Yeah, I've got all the resources, so that just goes to show you how quick you can pick up the resources. It's more about unlocking or capturing enemy soldiers and people to bring back to your base. I've just unlocked a iDroid customization option actually as well, which is vastly improved, who I can choose to pick up, because this now actually gives me, I think it's this one here, the analyzer function. So you can actually, when you scan in around an area, you can actually see exactly what use people are if you do transport them back to your base. Obviously there's more and more upgrades for this as well later on, but like I said, these are going to be costing a little bit, and at the minute my team isn't even anywhere near where it needs to be to start unlocking this kind of stuff. But all the tools and everything I would definitely recommend unlocking as soon as possible. Usually when you get into it, on the very first tab, this is all the unlocks that you can do out of every single thing. So have a look through, see if there's anything useful in here. If not, then you can always go through each of the individual tabs, have a look exactly what you need for each bit as well. When you actually capture certain people, they unlock more things for you as well. So any actual people with decent skills and everything, I should be able to go back onto my staff management here and I can show you what I mean. But as you look through all your staff members, you can see they have a skill and then a language. Generally the skills are the ones to be looking at. I think it's the yellow ones that are the best ones. So here's my interpreter here that I unlocked from a side mission. He can actually translate Russian straight into English for me, so if I'm ever out on a mission and there's Russian radio chatter, he will interpret it straight away for me, which is really useful to actually understand what the hell people are saying. He was unlocked from one of the first side missions, and I know all the other side missions, which I should be able to show you, actually do give you the opportunity to unlock people or blueprints for further weapons. Really worth doing these ones. Like, these are massively worth doing because they can unlock and progress your mother base really fast. So definitely do those in between your actual missions. Cassette tapes as well. I know I haven't played them all, but just play them all because some of them do have some good information on. Obviously if you want to listen to music, there's music there as well. But going back into all the mother base and everything, so all your resources and everything, like I said, these are picked up on actual missions. So you get everything from fuel resources, biological materials, common metals, minor metals, and then you get medicinal plants as well that you can actually pick up and send these all back. Each of them are useful for a different thing. So medicinal plants are obviously good for medicine or for poison. You can actually use them for later on down the line. All the materials, now these are either for item upgrades, weapon upgrades, or actual base upgrades, which I've now started doing as well. So into the base facilities, this is unlocked a little bit further on as well, but these do require a lot of resources, but these expand your base massively, so they're definitely worth doing and saving up for. At the minute, my research and development team is locked to 30, and that's the amount of people I've got, so I can't actually get any more into my research and development team because the mother base upgrade, I haven't been able to upgrade that part of the base yet. So get your mother base upgrades done before your weapons and your items, I would say. And then this gives you a little bit more scope and opportunity to get more people involved in the base, and then you can get more people doing stuff for you. All the staff management and everything, so every time you go through and you either trank or stun someone, pick them up with your false on, send them back to the base, each guy will be automatically assigned into a team that they believe is the best suited for them. You can change this if you want to put people, if you want to kind of start spreading people over across a little bit more, but as you can see on the right there, they are the abilities for each of the staff members. So C, I believe, is combat. D is D is research and development, or so the first one is combat, the second one is research and development, the third one is the base development unit, the fourth one is the support unit, the fifth one is like the intelligence unit, and then the last one is the medical unit. I haven't actually unlocked the last two yet, but as you can see, with each person, they're ranked E to S+. S+ is the best. Like, if you find someone with an S+ ability, pick them up for the love of God, because they are going to be massively useful to you, like hugely useful. Ease, anyone with ease across the board, you can generally, like, to begin with, the best thing to do is just pick up everyone you can. But when you start getting a few better suited people, you can start getting rid of these people, change them back over into the waiting room so they're not taking up space, and then you can start using actual people that are designed to be used properly. As you can probably notice, there's quite a few odd names, I have to say. I think I've got one called Bastard Panther, which is a very strange name. Very strange name. But that's all your staff and everything in there as well. So that's pretty much it for the mother base stuff. What I'm going to do is look at all the missions and everything individually as well, so I can give you a bit of a guide on all that, how best to progress with all those as well, because I found a couple of tricks of doing stuff pretty damn quickly, which is really good. But this is all the mother base stuff in your iDroid. You can go back to the mother base, but I haven't even bothered yet, because I don't see the point, because you can just sit in the helicopter here, do it all, and then get deployed out onto a mission straight off the bat. So there's no point mucking about going all the way back if you really don't want to. But like I said, try and focus on the base facilities first, then the actual weapons, items, all that kind of stuff. Keep an eye on the resources and your staff as well. Make sure your staff are always around where they should be, and your resources, you can always then focus on picking up different stuff as well. Later on down the line, people they can start getting unprocessed materials as well. All the stuff you find out on a mission generally will be processed, so that's already ready to go. However, later on down the line, all your staff can actually then go out and find unprocessed stuff, and they'll have to bring it back, process it, and then you'll be able to use it. So you'll always have a bit of a supply of that later on down the line, but that's a little bit later on. But that's it really for all the mother base stuff in this quick guide. I could go into it far more, but I don't think it's going to be much of a benefit really to you. But just have a good look through everything. It's all quite self-explanatory, especially now I've kind of outlined how it all works to you. It's all pretty easy. If you really do get stuck though, just stay on the development requirements page, so the first tab in your development page, and this will just give you all the options you've got anyway without having to go through, look at it all, see what you need for each bit and all the rest of it. You can just do this. Main thing is, and the only thing I would definitely say to you is, make sure you capture, especially beginning part of the game, capture as many people as you can, because they can just come in and sit in the waiting room if you haven't got space for them. Capture as many people as you can. You start off each mission with 12 photon balloons. Use them all. Make sure you use every single one by the end of the mission. Usually on people, if you get a few left, go and capture some wild animals, because you do get rewards for that as well. But definitely capture as many people in the first couple of missions that you can, obviously without making it too much difficult for you. But if it's easy enough for you, capture everyone. That's what I was doing, and I'm glad I did, because you actually do pick up a few people with quite good skills just out of the blue. However, you also manage to obviously fill up your teams really quickly, and the quicker they're filled up, the better it's going to be for you. So I hope this guy's helped you a little bit, guys, in the mother base and the iDroid stuff. There's not much more to really go through in all this. That's all it is. Like I said, the missions I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in a later video. But absolutely loving this game at the minute. Absolutely loving it. I hope you are as well. As you can see, I've spent a good few hours in this game. I've still only done 3% of the game. That's ridiculously how big it is. So really loving this game. Absolutely fantastic of a game. I'm going to be spending a lot longer in this, I just know I am. But at least I know what I'm doing now. Now I've kind of sussed out the iDroid and the mother base stuff and all that. I think that'll make the game far more enjoyable and just far more easier to use and develop stuff and all the rest of it. But like I said, guys, I hope this guide has helped you. If it has, if you could leave a like on the video. Tell me down below as well if you liked it, if there's anything more you want me to go into, as I will gladly go into anything more that you want a little bit more explanation on. If you haven't already, if you could hit subscribe, that would help me out masses, and I would love you forever. And as always, I will see you in the next one.